Alrighty, hi friends. Today our story is called Captain Brock Firefighter by Andrea Del Banco. Andrea Del Banco also wrote our story this week called Not Ladybugs. Hey, the word firefighter. What's so important about the word firefighter? You're right, it's a compound word. We have fire, fighter, we put them together and we have firefighter. Very good. This story is a nonfiction story because it's about a real person. We're going to learn real facts about what a firefighter does. In this book, we are going to meet a firefighter named Captain Jackson Brock, and we're going to learn what he does and what most firefighters do. What do you think you might read about this firefighter? What are some things you think we might learn about this firefighter? I'm going to read it to you first today. Captain Brock, firefighter. Firefighters keep us safe in a fire. Captain Jackson Brock is a firefighter. He helps people every day. He helps people every day. He is happy and proud when he puts out fires. He is always ready to rescue people. And this down here, there's one on every page, boys and girls. It's called a hot spot. Hot spot. It can get hotter than an oven in a fire, but that never stops Jackson from doing his job. And this is Captain Jackson Brock right here. When on duty, firefighters may live at a firehouse. Jackson spends most and many hours there. Sometimes he even sleeps at the firehouse, the hot spot. Just like at some homes, a firehouse may even have a dog who is a pet to all of the firefighters there. So this, boys and girls, makes me kind of wonder what it would be like to sleep at my job. So me, I'm a teacher. My workplace is a school. I wonder what it would be like to sleep at school. Maybe you should ask some of your family members who work. Ask them if they sleep there, what they would think if they slept at their job. Interesting. Firefighters eat meals together. They take turns cooking the food. Jackson likes to cook all kinds of food on the grill. Here's the hot spot. Many firefighters are great cooks. Some firefighters work as chefs after they stop fighting fires. Firefighters must have to learn to get along really well with other people. They spend a lot of time together. I wonder how it's like when they have to get along with a whole other family. You think they have their families that they have at home, and then they have a whole nother family at the fire hall or the firehouse. I bet they get along really well. Fire trucks are built to help fight fires. Jackson's firehouse has two kinds of fire trucks. One truck has lots of water and long, strong hoses. The other has tall ladders that can reach up high. Here's the hot spot. Jackson drives a ladder truck. So this is a ladder truck right here. It has a big, tall ladder on it. It can get to tall buildings. And this truck right here is called a hose truck, and it carries probably a lot of the water. Firefighters and their trucks need to be ready to go. Jackson helps care for the fire trucks to be sure they work. The list below shows some things he does to check the truck. So here's the list that Jackson uses to check off his trucks. Raise the ladders, check the hoses, flash the lights, test the sirens, and start the engines. So once he does all of those, he believes that the trucks are all ready to go. Who's in our book? Firefighters wear lots of safety gear. Jackson checks his gear. In a house fire, his air tank, or in every fire, his air tank and mask help him breathe. His other gear covers his body so he won't get burned. Here's a hot spot. Jackson says when he's fully dressed, it feels as if he's wearing a big, huge oven mitt. Ooh. An oven mitt is something that goes on your hand or your arm. Even some of them go up to your arm. And you can go in an oven and it protects your arm from getting burned by the oven. It's kind of cool. So firefighters have a lot of safety equipment and clothes that they have to put on to protect them from the smoke. Why do you think Captain Brock says he feels like he's wearing an oven mitt? I wonder why he feels like he's wearing an oven mitt. Probably because his whole entire body. Mr. Kramer, why don't you just cut right through? Mr. Kramer just came home when I was teaching. He snuck around, so you didn't get to see him. I'm sorry. But why do you think Captain Brock thinks that he's wearing a whole entire oven mitt? Think about that. Think of if you have just an oven mitt on your hand, it's protecting just your hand because that's all that goes in the oven. Well, when Captain Brock goes into a house fire or maybe a burning car or whatever it might be, his whole body is protected because his whole body might be going in a fire. Firefighters need to move fast. When an alarm sounds, Jackson gets ready quickly. Then he runs to the truck. He turns on the lights and sirens as he drives out of the firehouse, the hot spot. Flashing red lights and sirens let everyone know to get out of the way. So you be a helper, boys and girls. If you hear sirens or flashing lights, you need to help your mom or your dad, grandma, grandpa, whoever it is that you're driving with. Tell them they need to get out of the way. There's an emergency that someone is trying to go to. The next time you visit a firehouse near you, remember to say, "Thank you, firefighters." Now, I want us to all read that last line together. Let's all read it together. Thank you, firefighters. I want you to think, why do you think the author wrote that at the end of the book this way? Why do you think Andrea Del Banco wrote "Thank you, firefighters" at the end of this book? I want you to think of that. Is it because that we just got done talking about real things about firefighters and that we should say thank you to firefighters? We'll see. Very cool. Tomorrow we'll read day 2 and you'll get to read parts of it with me.